Hello and welcome to another video. So pleased to have you along. Today we're going to be out with Bixie Bumble and Sox, the Beagle, and we're going to be having some fun. And also I'm going to show you what a figure of 8 lead looks like and what they're effective for. Hope you enjoy it.
In front of the crowd.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've always said I want to be uncle.
Yeah, I'm still full of cold and feeling a bit, but it doesn't stop you coming out, does it? I think sometimes when you come out, it just lifts you up a little bit, especially when the sky's like this. Oh, I love it. Look at that. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Here's my two little troubles. And there's Soxy. I did a video the other day with Sox in it, didn't I? Look at Bixie in the puddle. She was just laying down in that a second ago having a drink. You just can't take the Springer out of a Springer, can you? They're nuts. They're nuts. They know how to enjoy their lives. Look at their tails going, bless them. So we're just out on a short, well not short, probably about an hour or so, meander. And there's Colchester in the background there. As I pointed out before, just here. That's what they call the jumbo. It's a water tower. Can't see my finger. There, there. And then you've got the town hall. And look at that for a beautiful day. Absolutely beautiful. Ready, go! I've thrown it into the bushes that time, probably by mistake, so I threw it left-handed because I've got the camera in my other hand. So now Bixie's going on to search mode, which is kind of what Springers are made to do. She'll go into the bush and just try and find it and work her nose to try and find the ball. Get closer. She'll pick up on the scent of it. She'll never give up. Bumble and her never give up until they find it. They'll keep on going until they pick up on it. She knows it's in that vicinity, so she keeps going back to it. There you go, they found it. After much searching, look how happy they are with themselves, bless them. Sox is loving his little walk, his little time out. This way, my lovely. Totally different energy because he's older. Still making the most of it. So if anyone's been watching the channel for a while, they know I've got a few issues with my legs. So on days like today when they're not working too well, probably because I'm not feeling very well in myself, it's just a stop-start walk. But actually that suits the dogs really well. I always bring a ball thrower with me so I can keep them running and keep them entertained. And they burn off a lot of energy while I'm only sort of walking 50 yards or so before I stop again. So it works really well. So it doesn't stop them having any fun and enjoying themselves. And we're just going through this little woodland bit now. It's not very. Happy dogs. Happy dogs. Come on, Sox. Let's go this way. Over the ramp. Yeah, there we go.
Good boy.
Funny, isn't it, in the summer how beautiful things look, and then in the winter how sort of bleak it all becomes and empty, but it's still beautiful, isn't it, in its own right, how nature works. It's incredible, really. So I've been thinking about my videos for 2025 and what I'm going to do with them, and I'm thinking actually to do some more, same with what I've been doing, because I think that really people do seem to enjoy that, but I'm going to add a little bit of something into the videos as well, so maybe a little teachy bit that people can learn something from, or maybe help people who are struggling with their dogs on certain issues. Maybe add them into the walk as well, where I'll just talk to the camera for a few minutes about that, and then try and do my dog news every week, once a week, maybe on a Friday. Just do a dog news program where I just share what's going on in the world with all the dogs in different countries, and obviously in our own country as well. So I might do that for 2025 and see what happens with it. Sox has found his puppy energy again. He's running around. Come, Soxy, ready, go. So beautiful here. And then you get the kind of a little hum of the A12, which is a really busy road around Colchester. It's an old Roman road that is now an A road. And you can kind of hear that in the background. It's the only thing that would actually stop you from thinking you're right out in the middle of the countryside. Well, we are kind of, but surrounded by a town and a very busy road. Which you wouldn't quite believe when you look at that, would you? Look at that with the sun. Beautiful. What a day. What a day. Even when I feel ill, I can't stay at home. It's just too lovely to be out, see what's happening in the world, watch these guys enjoy themselves. Not easy making a video when you've got a dog on a flexi lead. Especially Sox. Sox has always been a puller. Since he was about 8 weeks old, he's always been a puller. And because he has his nose to the ground, he just forgets what's behind him and doesn't really care that he's got someone on the other end of his lead. And even though he's an old boy now, he's still incredibly strong. So if you see the camera suddenly jerk, it's because he's yanking me. I do the stop technique with him. It tends to work. So that, as you can see, I don't even see that, he just digs in. He's always done that. Training's a consistency thing. If you keep it going and work at it, yeah, it's definitely pays off. Because if when you're walking a dog on a lead, one of the techniques you can use is to stop start. So if the dog starts to pull, you just stop and don't move, and then when they relax, you feel the lead go relaxed. Then you walk again, and as soon as they pull again, you stop again, and you keep on doing that until they learn that they don't get anywhere by pulling. That's just one technique. Obviously I'll go through more as the videos go on, but I'll actually show you some techniques as well. But it's a bit awkward when you're out with 3 dogs to do any training videos, and holding the camera as well, it doesn't really work. So I'll just show you the walking side of it, the fun side of it. Don't we, Bumble? Hey? Don't we, Bixie? Yeah, you ready for me to throw that? Oh yeah. love it when you see their energy come down. Bumble's still on the move, but definitely slowing down to what he was when we first came out. Pixie's still running around, but she'll do that, and she'll even look lively when you get home, but then she'll just suddenly crash out on the settee and go to sleep for a little while, and then 5 minutes later she's on the go again. That's owning a Springer for you. What have you done with your one, Pixie? Go find it. I love the way their noses work. They run past it and then suddenly get a scent of the ball and just triggers their brain, and they can literally go back to pinpoint where it was in this whole field. It's incredible, isn't it? Incredible. You're both incredible. Good boy, Bumble. Pixie, go find yours. Pixie, go find your one. Go on, go find it. So she dropped her ball in this field. She can't remember where. So now she's trying to work out where she dropped it without coming to get Bumble's one. Go find your one. Go on. She goes again. This is really working her. It's working her brain. It's stimulating her energy. And look at the joy. The tail doesn't stop. She's absolutely loving this. The fact she's got to find it. Oh, she's nicked Bumble. So Bumble's got to go and find the other one now. Bumble, go find. Go find, darling. And he hasn't got a clue where it is. Go on, darling, go find. But their noses are incredible, and he'll have so much fun trying to look for it. Bumble, go find the ball. Oh, he got a scent. Yes! Clever boy! Are you my clever boy? You are. Yes, you are. So again, Bixie's got overexcited by seeing Bumble with his ball, so she's lost hers over here. And it's another great working opportunity for her to use her scent, vision and energy. She hasn't got a clue where she dropped it because she was running at full speed when she did. But it is over here somewhere. Look at her searching it out. So she's using her nose, eyes, nose predominantly. Oh, she found it. Well done. You're getting tired. You're getting tired. So we're slowly making our way back to the car now, and yeah, it's been absolutely beautiful today. It's very fresh in the air, but when you've got a cold it feels quite nice actually in your head to be a little bit fresh and nice. And yeah, really enjoyed it. The dogs have really enjoyed themselves. Met a few others along the way. Had a good time. It's been good. Dixie's still on the go. You still on the go, kid? Bumble's a little bit more tired. Bumble's a really good boy. He walks next to me most of the time anyway. I don't really have to ask much of him. He's just such a good lad. Aren't you? He's such a good boy. You still want to play ball after all that, don't you? Hey? He literally listens to everything you say, and he just does it. He's an incredible dog. Aren't you? He's so clever. Making new friends. Let one come along. Here he goes.
Spring, walking in the park where cherry blossoms bloom. Summer, sandals on the beach under the sky so blue. Autumn, strolling streets where ginkgo leaves fall. Winter, wearing puffer jackets in the snowy white hall. Sometimes the rain pours, but it'll stop tomorrow. Sometimes we fight, but hand in hand we'll follow. Through every season, walking side by side. You know, boogie woogie, walking, walking, holding hands. We can go anywhere we desire. Boogie
That's all my stuff put away. Hope you enjoyed coming on the walk with us today. Really enjoyed it. So I kind of hinted on walking on that walk with a lead and using the right equipment. Now, one of the things I use is a very simple slip like rope lead. Been around forever. The ones I buy have these rubber bung on them. Let me show you, just here, and that holds it really well. Some of them come with like a little leather tag or a little tag on them, and they just come loose all the time, so the effectiveness sort of goes, because when you put one of these on a dog, you kind of want it to be sitting up here around the back of the skull and then under the jawline on the underneath, so it doesn't go near the trachea and doesn't give them any damage to the throat. And then once it's securely in place, you don't do it up tight, so it's got to have a bit of looseness in it so you can do the actual training with it. That works wonderfully, and so many dogs do really well on those. For me, working with and owning Springers, which are gun dogs, I tend to find the figure of 8. Sorry, another car just pulled up next to me. They've left their door open. I hope they shut it. I tend to find that turning that into a figure of 8 halty, I'm not a fan of halty harnesses and things like that, where you buy them and you have to kind of fit them to your dog. Sometimes they work, other times they don't. A lot of the time I find that you see dogs walking along and they've ridden up into their eyes, and you know, from the nose they've kind of, where they pull, they've gone up in their eyes and they look really uncomfortable, and the dog's not happy, and you falling asleep there. Am I that interesting? And yeah, so I tend to find these things just work a treat. They're just so good. I will show you when we're out on a walk sometime, but for now I'll just show you how they go on. I'm trying to work out how to do it while I'm holding the camera and trying to put the lead on. Let me put it up here and see if it works. Let me pause it. Okay, I think I found it in a position that's worked. So basically what you do, you have a loop, and a lot of people say you make it into a P shape rather than a Q. So you see that it's a Q shape, but you do it into a P, and that helps the lead slip easier when you're using it as that. But when it's in a figure of 8, it doesn't really matter. And what it does, it goes over the head and then you twist it, and as you twist it, that's what becomes the figure of 8. Can you see? That's why they call it a figure of 8. So pop it over the head, so it sits over there, you twist it, and then you pop it over the snout of the dog. So, and then you pull it slightly tight, and then you bring the bung down, and then what I do, I adjust it so it's maximum comfort for the dog. So if you can just see there, that's sitting just under his ears and around the back of his skull. And then what I do, I bring the bung down so that it's got about this much, this thing's in the way. So it's got about this much looseness to it, so it doesn't keep the whole thing tight on them. That's the last thing you want, because they'll start to feel uncomfortable with it, try and get it off. A lot of dogs are scraping it to try and get it off, or rub their faces and everything. But if you fit it well, and it is really easy to fit, you'll find that the dogs are absolutely happy in it. So then it sits over the nose like that, goes under the jaw there, so it's nowhere near the throat, which is lovely. You don't want anything on the throat. And when you walk a dog on its normal collar, a lot of them are like where they're constantly pulling on the trachea and choking themselves. So this cuts all that out, and then you just tighten it up, and there you go, that's fitted. And it takes a few seconds to do, and then when you're walking them, they have this control where they they don't really want to pull anymore. And I find with the Springers, it's absolutely perfect. They just go from being 100% pulling, being an absolute nightmare, whether on a harness or on the collar, it's not a nice walk, to actually walking beautifully. You can take them around a town centre or anywhere with these figure of 8 leads, and then you just pop it off. And obviously you can turn it into just a normal round the neck lead if you want to, and there you go. And that's it, that's a figure of 8. I will show on a walk how effective they are and how they walk without them, and then how they walk with them, and show you. It's just difficult to film when you're on your own, really, and you've got 3 dogs with you. So that was just an example of how good the figure of 8 halty fits and works. So we're back from the walk from earlier. As you can see, job done. We've got Bumble over there, Soundo. All nice and snug. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate you watching, and until the next one, I'll see you on the next one hopefully. And don't forget to like and subscribe. What do you think, Bixie? Like and subscribe? Yeah, I think so. Take care. Bye bye.